There are many ways for a small business to design, produce, and sell physical products. A laser is one of the most versatile tools for doing that, working across a wide range of materials with speed and consistency. So yes, xTool did send me this machine, and this video is about highlighting some of its features. That being said though, this is the third laser that I've worked with, and by far it's the easiest and most straightforward, especially with its integrated software. And it also has some really unique features that I haven't seen on any other machines. And we'll get into some of those features, but there's no shortage of videos showing how to design projects for this laser or how to operate it. So rather than focusing on manufacturing itself, this video will look at what happens after the part is made, focusing on branding, consistency, and packaging, and how that shapes the final product. A large part of my work is designing, manufacturing, and selling tools made specifically for Kumiko, a traditional form of Japanese woodworking. Kumiko is built on precision, repetition, and patience, and the tools that support that work should reflect those same values. One of my earliest products was this set of Kumiko jigs. These were the first products I sold, and over time they've gone through several iterations. Each revision was driven by real use and what can be improved both for the maker and for me producing them. As the product evolved, so did the way I thought about manufacturing. Making one good jig is very different from making hundreds of identical ones. At a certain point, consistency becomes just as important as function. Introducing a laser brought those products to a more professional level. Not because it replaces handwork, but because it supports repeatability. Before using a laser, I used a rubber stamp and ink pad to add my logo and angles to these jigs. It works, and for small batches, it's a perfectly reasonable solution. But when stamping hundreds of parts, the limitations become clear. Keeping each stamp straight and square is difficult, the ink takes a long time to dry, which introduces smudging and mistakes. Each of those issues is small on its own, but together they add friction to the entire process. Using the xTool P3 removes that friction. The 36 by 18 inch work area allows me to engrave 48 jigs at once. Not only does this elevate the product visually, but it's also faster and simpler. Less setup, fewer mistakes, and there's no drying time. That consistency matters. Even if a customer can't articulate why something feels well made, they usually feel it. And engraving is just one part of the story. This machine can do far more than marking finished parts. I used to manufacture my Sakura shuttle entirely on the CNC. That process worked very well, but it involved multiple setups and more machine time. Now the laser handles nearly all of the shaping, with just a small amount of handwork afterwards to add the angled edges. One feature that really sets this machine apart is the Automated Creation System, or ACS. It's a group of small systems that all work together and in practice change how this machine fits into your workflow. Most lasers work well after being perfectly calibrated, but the challenge is getting to that point. Usually you'll have to measure material thickness, set focus on the machine, adjust your artwork, run a test, adjust all of those settings, and repeat. None of this is particularly difficult, but it takes away time and attention from things that actually matter. ACS removes a lot of that setup. So instead of treating every job like a fresh calibration, the machine handles a lot of those decisions for you so that the whole process becomes more predictable. The first part of this is auto positioning. The machine scans the material and maps the working area directly into the software. Instead of guessing where your piece sits on the bed, you see it exactly as it is. For small parts or irregular shapes, this is especially helpful. You can place artwork precisely without measuring and trial runs. It reduces mistakes and also reduces wasted material. For batch work, it means I don't have to perfectly place every piece. I just load the parts and let the machine locate them. Next is autofocus and the auto lift base. Here, the machine measures the surface height automatically and sets the focal distance on its own. That matters because accuracy in the laser is directly tied to focus. A small difference in height can change the result. For me, this removes one of the easiest mistakes to make, especially when switching materials or moving quickly between jobs. Instead of manually raising or lowering the bed to match material thickness, the machine adjusts the working height automatically. This becomes useful when you move between thin plywood, solid wood, or thicker objects. Rather than reconfiguring the machine each time, the workspace adapts to the material. It seems like a small convenience, but it removes another setup step and makes switching tasks much quicker. Individually, each of these features saves a small amount of time, but together they change how the machine feels to use. Instead of preparing the machine for the work, the machine prepares itself. That means fewer test cuts, fewer alignment errors, and less hesitation before starting a job. In a small shop, these small pauses add up. Removing them doesn't make production faster, it makes it easier to stay focused on the work itself. For me, that's where this feature is most useful. It doesn't replace the craft, and it doesn't design the work for you. It just removes the mechanical setup so more attention can go into the parts that actually matter: the design, the fit, and the finished piece. Once the product itself is finished, the next step is packaging. This will look different depending on the product and the brand, but in many cases, a box is a strong starting point. When choosing packaging, whether it's a box, a bag, a satchel, or anything else, it helps to design with customer experience in mind. This may be the first physical interaction someone has with your product and with your brand. How it opens, how it feels in the hand, how it communicates information, all shape that first impression. When I first started selling these jigs, my packaging was functional at best. It did the job, but it wasn't intentional. Looking back, this is how I'd approach it if I was starting today. I found a website that generates custom box templates based on a few simple measurements. The result is a box that fits the product with just enough breathing room, secure without feeling tight. If you want to try this, it's worth running a few test pieces to dial in your settings. If I were to batch out these boxes, I would do just that. In my opinion, this engraving is a little too light and can be difficult to read. So I would either increase the laser intensity or lower its speed. That way it comes out darker and easier to read, or maybe even use a lighter colored cardboard. If your work includes large pieces, then this machine might be right for you. It's packed with a bunch of features, and one of my favorites is this conveyor feeder. There are other lasers that have a pass-through option, but this P3 takes it to the next level. Setting it up is easy. You attach the front and back tracks, as well as some internal components that are fairly easy to install. After the machine measures and focuses, it automatically clamps down the material and feeds it through. And within the software, there's a framing option, so you can see exactly where your artwork is going to be placed on your material. That's what the P3 is doing here. There's a small red dot that shows you the area where the artwork will take up. Once you've confirmed it's in a good spot, then the conveyor will automatically feed the material in and out of the machine. And that means you can cut or engrave material that is infinitely long and up to 24 inches wide. This is an amazing feature that I'm looking forward to exploring more in future videos. If you're on the fence about investing in a machine like this, that hesitation makes sense. It's a significant investment and it's worth approaching thoughtfully. One tool that can help evaluate that decision is the Machine Business Calculator from machinesformakers.com. It allows you to set a financial goal and list your products while factoring in labor, materials, machine time, marketing, and overhead. Seeing everything laid out often reveals how much time and effort actually goes into each product, and in many cases, how much that work is being undervalued. This is a great tool to visually see your ROI and determine whether upgrading your current machine or buying a P3 is right for you. While this video focuses on using a laser to refine and support existing business, it's also worth saying that a laser can be used to create furniture, objects, or artwork, pieces that you might sell or simply keep for yourself. There's room for both production and exploration, And we'll get into that side of things in future videos. Thanks for watching.